A fascinating tale must start with a fascinating premise. And the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has already provided us with that much. Although we've only been given 1 minute and 26 seconds worth of footage, what we know paints us a picture, even if it's not a clear one. Think of it as an abstract painting. Depending on your view, this image can lead you to many different conclusions of what the sequel's plot might revolve around. But today, we will be taking a look at this particular view and what it will lead us to. Our theory starts with one point: the disappearance of the Gerudo King. According to Gerudo records, there has not been another male leader born since the king who became the Calamity. The man known as Ganondorf was born into the Gerudo tribe over some 10,000 years ago. Yet the traditional birth of a male Gerudo leader, born every 100 years, has since been broken, and none have emerged since him. It is written that in the distant past of over 1,000 years ago, the Gerudo King, in a bid to take over the land of Hyrule, transformed himself into a dark beast, and after being defeated, assumed a pure enraged form known as Calamity Ganon. A believable enough story based on the circumstances. But then, what is this? In the teaser trailer for the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Link and Zelda stumble upon a long-forgotten corpse. A corpse that, for what the legend tells us, for all intents and purposes, shouldn't exist. The legends have lied. Few know of the existence of this corpse, and I believe that's exactly the way the royal family intended to keep it. See, the written accounts of this legend were written by them, of course. And that corpse is the key to their darkest secret. Ganondorf did in fact assume the form of a beast and attack Hyrule, and he was defeated, returned to human form, and sealed. But the Calamity was not the result of Ganondorf alone, but only made reality in his retaliation to the royal family's attempts to eternally seal him in the physical world, on the verge of death. The corpse we see before us is in fact not a corpse at all, but the living, breathing, and true Demon King of the Wild Era. A new heir has not been born to the Gerudo for the last 10 centuries, but that is because the last one never left. It was integral to those who sealed Ganondorf that this seal kept him alive, and that the word of these events not travel beyond scarce ears. The royal family of Hyrule had succeeded in their imprisoning of the scourge of their land, but in the process birthed an entirely new form of the beast. The Calamity emerged from deep below Hyrule Castle. The last king of Hyrule tells us that much. But even King Rome's knowledge of his own kingdom only goes so far. The actions that his ancestors took to suppress the Demon King under the castle were lost to time, never to be passed on to him. For in his ancestors' current day, there was no point. Ganondorf was finished, never to emerge again. But despite their best efforts, 1,000 years ago, the Calamity did. One thing we need to understand is that Calamity Ganon, in contrast to what we are told throughout Breath of the Wild and official texts, is not Ganon, but a mere puppet. The malice flowing from Ganondorf's corpse is not for show. This is the flow of Ganondorf's hatred and malice for the royal family of Hyrule and the chosen hero, slowly escaping the seal. The limit of Ganondorf's seal is his hatred. It cannot be contained. Looking to the past of the Zelda series, sealing Ganon away is nothing new. But this is. In the past, Ganondorf was sealed away in locations such as the Twilight or Sacred Realm. But never has Ganondorf been held by a seal rooted to the physical world of Hyrule. And that is because the hand we see holding him stagnant was not a temporary plan, but a long, meticulously thought out scheme to eliminate the Evil King's presence from Hyrule forevermore. A seal that he could never single-handedly escape. A plan to break the curse.
My hate never perishes. It is born anew in a cycle with no end. I will rise again. Those like you, those who share the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero, may return bound to this curse. The incarnation of my hatred shall forever follow your kind, bringing them to water, a blood-soaked sea of darkness, for all time!
The decision to seal Ganondorf in this way, the catalyst of this calamity, was the royal family had finally figured it out. They traced the darkness set upon their land to this curse, and the truth scared them more. Demise was not Hyrule's scourge. He was explicitly theirs. This curse was not built on a lust for conquest, or even an unchained evil. It's built on a concentrated hatred for the goddess and the hero. But this raises the question, can the curse be broken? Yes. This is the secret of the missing Gerudo King. The secret of Hyrule's forbidden knowledge. The secret buried deep below the castle. The secret of Demise's curse. The only absolute way to break Demise's curse is to kill the bloodline of the goddess and the hero. Only then will evil's reincarnation stop. But the royal family couldn't accept that, so they hid it, and thought to eliminate the cycle of reincarnation in their own twisted way. They buried Ganondorf away, just as they had buried that curse, and thought to eliminate any remaining threats to the monarchy's power throughout Hyrule. They never shared the information they had uncovered, for they sought to erase it, and the curse's progenitor, from the very face of the world. Little did they know, however, that the king's hatred and malice could not be so easily forgotten. And so that leads us to today. The king left stagnant and rotting underground for over 1,000 years, finally rediscovered, and finally freed. What's next? Only we can decide. Or at least, that's one way to look at it. Thank you guys so much for watching this theory on some of the stuff I've been thinking about for Breath of the Wild 2. I'm beyond excited for the game, but I think that kinda already showed through in the stuff I presented you here today. Anyway, make sure you subscribe so you never miss when I post a new video, and if you enjoyed me talking about Breath of the Wild and its upcoming sequel, stick around, because I'm absolutely sure we'll have plenty more to talk about when it comes to that. That's it from me. I'm gonna go play some Luigi's Mansion 3, and I will see you guys later. Bye.